Hey, this is for Gemma Jade. I've actually got you playing in the background right now on your live stream. This is New England Dirt Roadie. Hi. And I was gonna do sort of a superfood thing. I got a Vitamix blender here that I use, and a really old Omega 8000 juicer. And I got everything prepared right here. My greens are getting kind of old, so, and I'm not even using the ones I've got red chard and kale in here, which I don't like as much as cilantro and Italian parsley. I love that combination, but I have pineapple, and you can see it's about, that much pineapple that I use, and that goes in the blender. Then I have, that many strawberries. I have a whole lemon. I use a whole lemon that goes in the blender, and then I have like that many strawberries, and that goes in there. And then take that out of there. I have like a small package of blueberries, and I'll put half of these in here as well. And even though berries aren't in season, they're still really delicious, and they make it taste really good. And when it's in season, I use like mountains of just mountains of watermelon. Yeah, and I always use pineapple. Always with every one of these that I do. Sometimes actually when I couldn't find a really ripe pineapple at the grocery store today, so I got, for tomorrow morning, I got a couple. These are really ripe mangoes, and then this one has to sit a few days. So that's what I put into the blender. I also got this vacuum. The carafe came with this thing, and it's a vacuum. It vacuum blends. That's called BioChef, and you get the blender with it. You get the carafe with it. This Vitamix is kind of old too. I think this is about 12 years old. It's a VitaPrep. You can get this is a slow grinding juicer, which is a lot better than like a high-speed shredding juicer. Because a shredding juicer it'll tear up the cell wall, and you want to keep that intact. So you want to get one of these, and you can find these. Like this is an Omega 8003, and this is from 2011. And I mean, you could find one of these maybe for $50 on your local Craigslist or wherever. Or you can spend $200, $300, $400 on a juicer, but this one serves me just fine, and I'll show you why in a little while. So I got this right here, and then I top it off with water because I'm going to liquefy this in a little while. And I do this at least once a day. I had one of these this morning, and I'm going to do another one this evening, and this is a total meal replacer. So over here I have, I don't want to tilt it too much, but I have 2 cut up stalks of celery. I started using beet, and I don't know, you might be able to see how much beet I have there. It's going to fall into my sink if I tilt it too much. So that's about how much beet I use. Oh, and this is the rind from the lemon peel, and like a carrot. And then I got purple cabbage. I'll just peel maybe one leaf off of here. Yeah, but I really like the cilantro and Italian parsley combination. So that might be enough right there. Just like one leaf of purple cabbage, and then I'll put that back in the refrigerator. So I'm gonna leave this for now because what I'm gonna do is, well, I'll show you. So first I'm gonna juice the lemon peel. And lemon peel is really good, really good for you. I don't know why, I don't know what it's got in it besides vitamin C, but it's really good. And then, yeah, oh, also, different juicers need to be fed in their own way, or else they don't work as well. So I start out with the lemon peel, and then I do the dark leafy greens, and this is because, well, I'll explain that as when I finish here. But this is just sort of the way this thing likes to get fed. It likes to have the dark leafy greens first, and then the harder stuff afterwards to push it through. So yeah, I already pre-washed this stuff. So yeah, and this is the end of my greens. I gotta go back to the grocery store tomorrow and get some Italian parsley and cilantro. Oh man, that's the best. That's my favorite. That's my favorite combination. It's a little bit too much. Yeah, you gotta, regulate how much you put in at once. So, yeah. And so what's coming out here is the chlorophyll. And chlorophyll is really unique. It's one molecule away from human blood. It's magnesium instead of iron. And magnesium used to be directly transfused for human blood. I think like in World War I, and maybe even Korea, and maybe even World War II. They used to use it to transfuse human blood directly. And now I just did all the greens, and now I'm putting in the purple cabbage leaf, which is a little bit harder. It'll push it through, and then because I want to get all of the green. I want it because there's still some left in here, so I want to push all of the green stuff out. I want to get the maximum amount of green, and then you'll see the purple cabbage pulp coming out. And this is just this particular style of juicer. Okay, I think that's it. So I'm not even. Yeah, actually that'll be good. So then I take the juiced lemon peel and all of the green, and I put it in here, and I'm gonna liquefy all this. I'll put a little bit more water in. I'm gonna liquefy all that after I'm done juicing the rest of this stuff. And yeah, like a raw living life force energy. That's the main part of this living life force energy, and you get it in liquid form, so it's instantly absorbed by every cell of your body, and that's just life force isn't something that's really quantifiable, but this is all living food right here. And you can see it, maybe, that red beet is just, it's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful the way the color that comes out. It's so beautiful. And this actually won't wind up being green. It'll be red, but it still has all that chlorophyll. All that chlorophyll. It's like we all know now how the global elite, they drink a certain substance. They drink a certain stuff that they get from little people that they play around with first. This is the chlorophyll is one molecule away from human blood, and it does the exact same thing. It's living life force energy. It reduces, it reverses your aging process. Like, I'm 52. I'm 52 years old. I've been doing this for like 22 years. I started in, when I tell people I'm 52, they're like blown back on their heels. And now the last part is the celery. And there's some juicers, you don't have to cut up the celery, they take it, you know, by the stalk. But this one, it's really old, so it doesn't have that. It's something about the auger in there that you gotta cut up the. For this particular one, you gotta cut up the celery. There's chlorophyll. I drink that stuff by the gallon. The amount of chlorophyll I've drank in the last 22 years, I could float an aircraft carrier. So I'm not gonna bother with the rest of this pulp. I'm gonna just flood that. Right, and then there's some stuff left over in here. The thing about parsley juice is that it's really, really thick and heavy. It's a really, really, really dense, and there's, like, if I juiced parsley, you would see like clumps of the chlorophyll in this in this area here, and I'd be scraping all of that out. So I'm gonna leave this for later. Oops, I missed a piece. Oh well. So back to the blender. So this goes on top, and this is gonna suck all of the air out. So it creates a vacuum, so you're not blending any air into here. And I just got this like maybe about a week ago, and I really love it. I love this thing so much. You can buy a used blender on your Craigslist, whatever, or from eBay. So you let this run for a little bit, and you can see all the bubbles maybe coming out. Living life force energy, 100%. And it's, you know, and having all of this pulp, all of this fiber will regulate the uptake of the sugar, all of this fructose in here. So you won't get that insulin spike. And that's a good thing from what I understand. So let this run just a little bit long. Oh, and I don't add this stuff yet because I don't want to damage what's in here, because the blender blades are really violent. So I want to keep the cells intact. I don't want to shred the cell walls, and that's why I use a slow speed grinding juicer, because I don't want to damage the cell wall. I want to keep it intact. And all of the vitamin C in here, like that lemon that I put in there, will also, it shuts off automatically. I didn't know that. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so all the air is out of there now. and then you want to start it on the lowest setting, and just flip that on. There's a little release valve in here, rubber release valve. You'll see it'll go all the way back down, and then pop that off. Pour this in. So now you got everything in there. What? A whole lemon with the peel, pineapple, strawberry, blueberry. When it's in season, watermelon, titanic amounts of watermelon. Or I'll use a mango maybe instead of a pineapple if they're not really ripe. And then in here you got the greens. Oh, and then you got the pulp, obviously, from the greens and the lemon rind. And then you got the green juice in here, the purple cabbage juice, the beet juice, the carrot juice, the celery juice, and that all goes in there. You want to put it back on the lowest possible setting, and then I always use, oh, that's on plain. I got plain whey apparently. I always get vanilla. I don't know why I picked up plain whey, because vanilla makes it taste really good. But I'll use a scoop of that, and then I also got sometimes I use it's the vegan version of Ancient Nutrition, but this is collagen protein, and this is vanilla, obviously, so I'll use a scoop of that as well. And the vanilla makes it taste a lot better. Not that it doesn't taste good right now. I mean, it tastes fantastic. Yeah, and then put the lid back on and make sure it's on the lowest possible setting, because you just want to mix it really gently. Yep, that's good. And then, like, I'll drink this in one sitting. You know, I'll just knock this back. Oh, that is so good. I can't really say what it tastes like. I don't know. I mean, it just tastes good. I have a really hard time identifying flavors. I just know if it tastes good to me or not. So that's that. That's and if I skip a day, I really feel it. I feel like I'm not myself. I feel like something's missing in my life. And if I do 2 in a day, oh man, and then things are going well. So I don't know how many ounces that just made, but that is living life force energy right there. Living life force energy. Right down the gullet, instantly absorbed by every cell in the body because it's in liquid form. It doesn't have to, if you eat a salad, it goes in in salad form, and what, 99% of it comes out in salad form. Oh man. I'm not joking around. This is the best. It tastes incredible. You know, I'll have this for dinner. I had one for breakfast, and then for lunch, when I was at the grocery store, I got a container of hummus and a head of celery. So I had celery and hummus for lunch, and now I'm having this for dinner. So that's that.